Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Vallabha. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Gaur Premanande Jam Vishnupad Paramamsa Parirajakara Stotra Sada Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jam Vishnupad Paramamsa Parirajakara Stotra Sada Srimad Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Antakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Gaur Premanande. All glories to simple devotees, all glories to simple devotees. All glories, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Dasamam Bonam, Chapter 89, Krishna and Arjuna retrieve as Brahmana's sons. Text 29. Aham Brajavam Bhagavan Rakshayase Dhanayor Iha Anistarata Prajanyo Agahim Pravekshe Hata Kalmasha Aham Brajavam Bhagavan Rakshasye Dhanayorya Anistadara Prajanyo Agnim Pravekshe Hata Kalmasha Aham Prajaha Vam Bhagavan Rakshasye Dhanayorya Anistanatra Prajnyo Agnim Pravekshasye Hataha Kalmasha. Please chant. Aham Prajava Bhagavan Rakshasye Dinayorya Anistinartya Prajano Gatim Pravakshasye Hata Kalmasha. Aham Prajava Bhagavan Rakshasye Dinayorya Anistinitra Prajanyo Agnim Praveshye Kalmasha Saha. Anybody like to chant? Aham Prajan Bhagavan Rakshasya Dinayodiha Anishtinityo Prajanyo Agnim Pravekshivsve Hatakalmasha. Thank you very much. Word to word meaning. Aham, I, Prajam, the offspring, Vam, of you two, you and your wife, Bhagavan, O Lord, Rakshayase, will protect, Danayor, who are witchered, Iham, in this matter, Anistirata, failing into fulfill, Prajanita, my promise, Agnim, fire, Pravakshe, I will enter, Hata, destroyed, Kalmasha, whose contamination. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. My Lord, I will protect the progeny of you and your wife who are in such distress, and if I fail to keep this promise, I will enter fire to atone for my sin. Purport. Travelers Arjuna could not tolerate the shame of being unable to fulfill his promise, As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 2.34, Sambhavatasya chakritim maranat anicharati. For a respectful person, dishonor is worse than death. Text 31 and 32. The Brahmana said, neither Shankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, the best of bowmen, nor unequaled warrior Aniruddha, could save my son. Then why do you naively attempt a feat that the almighty lords of the universe could not perform? We cannot take you seriously. Text 32. Arjuna said, I am neither Lord Shankarshana or Brahmana, nor Krishna, nor even Krishna's son. Rather, I am Arjuna, wielder of the Gandiva bow. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurulmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayamro Bhagadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Once again I will read the purport translation. O my Lord, I will protect the progeny of you and your wife, who are in such a distress. And if I fail to keep this promise, I will enter the fire to atone for my sin. So Arjuna took a promise that if I fail to do this, I will enter the fire. In the Mahabharata, Kurukshetra war especially, Arjuna took a similar kind of a promise. If I don't kill Jayadratha, do you know who is Jayadratha? Nobody knows? You know? Then say yes. Jayadratha is such a powerful king. If somebody chop off his head, that person will die immediately. If Arjuna chop off his head, if the head falls in the ground, if head touches on the ground, immediately the person who has killed that Jayadratha, immediately he will die. So one situation where Arjuna took a vow, if I don't kill Jayadratha before sunset today, I will kill him. I will enter into the fire. Similar kind of a vow now he is taking. At that time, of course, Krishna has shown, covered his Sudarshan Chakra with the sun. Because Jayadratha was standing not in the war, behind the war, all the soldiers. Jayadratha was way behind that nobody, and it was unable for Arjuna to go him and fight with him. Because he already took a vow that if I don't kill today before sunset, I will enter the fire. And Arjuna, when he took a vow, he's always, he takes a vow. Of course, this is a pastime. For the lesson is, now we have some kind of expectation in our life. We should have some realistic estimation. We cannot take just vow like this. That is first lesson. Arjuna took a vow that I will enter the fire if I don't protect your children. I will enter the fire if I don't kill Jayadratha. And because Krishna is there, Krishna covered the sun. Oh, and everybody thought, including Jayadratha, thought, okay, so now sunset is over, and Arjuna should enter the fire because he took a vow that I will kill before sunset. And what happened? In everybody's knowledge, sun was covered, and everybody thought that sun has set. Arjuna should enter the fire, but Krishna removes his Sudarshan chakra from the sun. Then immediately, Jayadratha was at that time he was feel happy and he was joyful. He came in front immediately, and Krishna took away the sun, cover the sun. He took away his Sudarshan chakra, withdraw his Sudarshan chakra. Immediately, Arjuna chop off his head. That head fell into the his father's where he was doing austerity tapasya. As soon as he saw there was some he was on deep meditation. He's doing tapasya. As soon as he saw head on of his son on his lap, immediately he threw it away. When he threw away the head of his son, because here, according to condition, that whoever throws his head on the ground, then he should be die. What happened? His father died there. So at the same time, Arjuna was saved. So here is the Lord when he intervenes in your life. If you are a devotee of the Lord, if you are following the dharma of the, then naturally what happened? Lord will protect you. Otherwise, one may take false promises. One may think that I will do so and so. I will do this much. I will do this project. I will do. If the word comes I, then naturally sometimes you may pass and sometimes you may fail. Correct. The thing I think that when Krishna has given you ability, that Krishna is allowing you to do. If you are thinking, I will do it, I will do it. For example, if you say, I will chant 16 rounds without, like before Mangal Arati. One day you may pass, 2 days, 3 days, again gone. Because the ahankara vimurartam karta hamiti manyate. So when the process I comes, you take the vow that I will do it, then naturally you will be humbled and you will be failure in that duties. Many times we all took a vow, I will do this. I will do this by the end of the day. But you yourself, Lord will create a situation there that you yourself understand you are not a supreme controller. You are not a supreme, controller of everything. You are not supreme controller of your own body itself. We think that we should do, I should do, I should do. But I will do it. The thing is that Arjuna, he took a promise in the mode of passion. He just takes that. It's not that Arjuna took some mode of passion, but this is the lesson for Arjuna and Krishna, all the devotees of the Lord, like whoever comes when Lord descend, they act as a role, they play a role to enhance the pastimes. It's not that Arjuna is. And also, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, where a person, who speaks more and he says that I would like do it. For him, like especially Kshatriya, a respectable person, not only Kshatriya, a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. That's why this austerity of life is very, very much essential with the blessings of devotees. If you don't have blessings of the devotees of Guru or Krishna, and you may think that I am doing, but at some point you don't have a capacity to do it anything. Here, Arjuna was uh, thinking that I am the Kshatriya and I am not a Shankarshan, I am not a son of Krishna, I am not Aniruddha, I am not you know so and so, but I am the bow, Kandiva bow who holds Gudakesha, Arjuna. So what happens is there Brahmana's wife and Brahmana's were so much distress, and wife and husband they both were distressed, and Arjuna, when he saw somebody's distress, he couldn't able to tolerate. And he what he did in that mood, the passion, he took this vow. I will enter the fire. Similarly, one has to be judgmental, the discrimination, and also one has to be understand the situation properly. Then speak words. One will speak the words just like in the mode of in that moment, that provocation moment, they say that I will do it. In the day-to-day situation we also face, okay, I will do it, I will do it, the situation. Is it that you are taking a vow in the mode of passion, or is it that you are thinking that you are the doer, or is it that you are doing that out of get name and fame? You should understand your capacity of your what is your capacity. For example, if I give a challenge, anybody, if you are here, you should fly in the air. Automatically what will happen? One may think that okay, I will fly in the air without any instrument or without anything. What will happen? That you will be able to fly in the air. If I give a challenge, will you fly in the air? And you will take that if I don't fly in the air, I will enter the fire. Will you agree with the challenge? See, there you know your capacity, and you 100% you're confirmed that you don't have that kind of a capacity. If I ask Hanuman, will you fly in the air? Naturally, he says that if what to fly in the air, he will go to even Goloka. That's how it is. Because each person has his own capacity. At the same time, he should ask, he should be also conscious of his ability. And if he takes a challenge, or if he takes a task, or if he takes some kind of activity which is beyond his capacity, he will be definitely failure. You know, our main thing is in the Krishna consciousness movement is one has to chant minimum 16 rounds. That's a minimum thing. And if one says that I will chant 192 rounds, like Haridas Thakur, after that you take a vow. 192 rounds means almost, like how many hours? It's for 16 rounds, it will take around 2.5 hours. For 192 rounds, it will take whole day and night. And without eating, or without using the washroom, or without talking to somebody, and even you be in the one room and chant the holy name of the Lord, is it possible? No. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, one time when he made an advertisement in the newspaper saying that we need a person employee. We will give them food, shelter, and necessity things of his to maintain his life. The job description is he should chant always. We will give the room. We will give food. And after advertising this news, nobody came. Only one person came. Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, Gaur Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. He was sitting in the room all day and night and chanting. It's not that he's faking up and he's really chanting. And by seeing these other devotees became compliant, envious, and say that Maharaj is always chanting, he was not doing any service. Maharaj said that uh, are you complaining on him? That if you I give, it is the opportunity for you also. You sit in the room, chant all whole day and night. Do you have a capacity? No, because each person is different, because each person is unique, and according to his nature, he has to perform. Srila Prabhupada, that's why he has given the morning program for meditation, for chanting, for remembering, and in the day, different activities. Like if one says that I will become only, I will chant and read, I will not do anything. Fine, you accept this challenge. Like whole day, you should be only chanting without sleeping. You should be only reading without sleeping, and you should be only hearing. You tried this out. You cannot do it for a longer time. You may do 1 day max, 2 day. After 3 days, you won't survive. You will leave everything. Because that's not a capacity, because we don't have adhikar. At least you try one thing, like you check a Bhagavatam and you decide, I will read at least 5 hours Bhagavatam. Whichever chapter, whichever canto. You cannot read it. Unless until you have a mercy of the devotees and the spiritual master. Because Bhagavatam is such a thing that it has access to everybody. But at the same time, to read Bhagavatam, you need mercy of the devotees. You open Bhagavatam, for you may read 1 hour, after that you may fall asleep. You know, you may close, or somebody will come and something they will ask, or you will have something to do, and that's why you have a proper timetable. 2 hours reading, 2 hours hearing, remaining hours service, like that. So coming back to this point, when Arjuna was, you know, he took that vow that I will enter the fire, so that I can become free from atonement. I will atone. What is atonement? That whatever you are asked to do, if you are not able to do, and on top of that, you want to, prayashchitta, do prayashchitta, that is atonement. So he speaks to the family that were so much in distress. And he says that I will enter the fire. By entering fire, I'll be free from breaking the sin or breaking my promise. Or just entering the fire, his sin would be destroyed. Then later verse, he says that, Brahmana says that, imagine Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, son of Krishna. Those people couldn't able to do it. Do you think you will do it? And he says that, don't we, then why you never attempt a feat that almighty lords of the universe couldn't perform? We cannot take your words seriously. Because your Brahmana already lost trust in the Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna. And he does not have any trust. They are not ordinary persons, Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, and son of Krishna, Aniruddha. They have failed. Then you don't make false promises. And anyway, we don't take you seriously. So that's why what happens is that the lesson for here is that if you make false promises each time, people start losing trust on you. People, they don't believe. They think that, oh, this person will say so many things, but is not able to do simple things. And they don't trust you, and they don't put you faith, and they don't take your words seriously. Even though you wanted to become serious, you wanted to do something seriously, but they don't, because you already failed in a couple of times. Just like as I said, you know, just like if somebody takes a vow before Mangalarti or before Guru Puja, I will, sorry, before Mangalarti, I will finish 16 rounds and I will hear one class and I will hear another class in Bhagavatam. The point here is that take a vow which is realistic, which is practical, which is doable. And here Brahmana, when he heard the words from Arjuna, he was not taking seriously, and he told. That's why one should, whatever he says, at least if he says I will do it 100%, at least he should be end up at 70%. People will start trusting. Otherwise, this is the same situation, because here is a pastime where Krishna is involved, because there is a bigger pastime like after that, and then they, Krishna and Arjuna, they both go to the higher planets where Garbhodaksha Vishnu is lying, and then Garbhodaksha Vishnu says that, I want to see the beauty of Krishna. That's why I was stealing those children, because they were, Krishna and Arjuna going each and every planet, even Yamaloka they went. They couldn't able to find the sons of the Brahmanas, and they went into the Patal Loka. They couldn't able to find, because this is the act where, you know Lord Anantashesha, like what is, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he want to see the beauty of Lord Krishna. That's why he, is acting. So that's why whenever something you are trying to do, but is keep on failing it there might be some reason, or there might be some higher cause. Even, so for example, Srila Prabhupada, before coming to the West, he was trying different places. Like he went to China, he wrote letter to China and different countries. That, and he also applied for, he was trying to go there, but finally he understood the Lord's plan. That's why one should understand the Lord's plan and devotee's plan are similar. To understand the Lord's plan, one has to be pure in consciousness, following the all four regulative principles, and studying the scriptures, hearing the scriptures. Then the Lord plan is revealed. Otherwise, no matter how much ever you put endeavor in that, it will be failure. Now that's why Lord's plan and devotee's plan should be harmonized. So in the finally, Arjuna says that, in the text 32, see, Arjuna said, I am neither Lord Sankarsana or Brahmana, nor Krishna, nor even Krishna's son. Rather, I am the Arjuna, wielder of Gandiva Bhav. So what is he saying? That I am Arjuna who has a Gandiva bow, saying that he showed his bow. And sometimes what happened, to prove ourselves, we have to show something that I am this. I got this award. I got this certificate. Here Arjuna is also showing. Sometimes this is what happens. And Jiva Goswami says, I am not one who was pulled from the womb, nor I am the black one. I am the black one. The word na repeats to make empathetic statement. I am not Pradyumna with extreme disrespect. He does not even mention Aniruddha's name. See, in the sloka, we see that he did not even mention. And Sanatana Goswami also says the same thing. I am not a polluted from the womb. Because he has so much confidence in him that he could able to do this task. And at the same time, he was failure. And not only this incident, he was also failed when Krishna about not descended. Krishna left this world, and when he left his world, he think that okay, what happens to the wives of Krishna, and he was bringing them with him. And at the same time, what happened? The cowhead boys, simple cowhead boys, they don't even know what is bow and arrow. They with their small sticks they defeated Arjuna. At that time, he got realization the ability which I have got in the Mahabharata war, Kurukshetra, that is given by Krishna. Then he realizes that. When he realizes that, he understood this is a plan of Krishna. So this is a thing when one realize when to get that realization also one has to be you know understood Lord's plan. Sometimes what happen people in general when they fail in some such duties they even become aggressive. They tell that okay I will do it next time somehow or the other I will do it, or they either become aggressive or they completely become depressed and they commit some kind of act which is not proper. We see people around they commit suicide because I didn't do it. So this is all the things that one should under. The only point is emphasizing the whole scenario in this class is ability to do whatever we are doing is given by Krishna. If you are thinking that I am the doer, then what is the problem here? You end up in miserable situation. Like Arjuna, of course, Arjuna is a devotee of the Lord. He cannot called as a normal person, but there is a plan behind it. And through Arjuna, we heard Bhagavad Gita. It is very, very essential for our humanity. And here, another lesson through Arjuna, we are hearing that with his the pastime, we understood that now there is a plan, whatever the plan which is Lord is already in his mind. We have to align or we have to harmonize that plan. So clearly he says that, and if I don't do this, I will enter the fire. So these are all the things that one should understand the capacity. And also in the Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna says that, oh no, I will not fight with these people, and rather than that, I will anyhow I have a begging bowl. I will go to the forest that we have already practiced 14 years. Let me continue that. And Krishna says that, do you think people will say, okay, you have taken a right path? Or do you think people will appreciate you that whatever you have done? And people will speak ill words. That is even worse than the death. Like Arjuna is having, as a took a role of mendicant, begging a ball and begging with his ball. And at that time, if you come across Duryodhana, do you think Duryodhana will say, oh, you have done a good thing, instead of fighting, killing us, you have taken a path? No, he will speak some ill words that will hurt you more than this. That will you know is worse than the death for a kshatriya. A kshatriya is born kshatriya, is being trained to become a kshatriya. Then at the end of the war, in the beginning of the war, you are withdrawing from your things. So here Arjuna was in that such dynamic situation. So both friend and philosopher to Arjuna, Krishna, now he gives a final judgment that regarding Arjuna's refusal to fight. The Lord says that if you leave the battlefield before even begins, people will call you a coward, and you think that that people may call you bad names, but you still will you survive your life by doing this? No. That's why Krishna advises you would rather die in the battlefield for a respectable man like you. Ill fame is worse than death. So you should not, get away from this fighting. Rather you die. Either you die. He says that If you die in this battlefield, you will attain heavenly planets. If you kill them, you will get the kingdom. Both way, you are success. Now, why do you want to die, or why do you want to do something which is not respectable? That's why one has to see that what is his nature of the services, what is his psychophysical nature, and do the service accordingly. Then, rather than imitating someone else. So this world is like we are all something. We all should learn that we should live for ourselves, not for others. Oh, he's doing, I will also do it. Oh, he's acting like this, I will also act like this. Because he's acting like this, he got name, he got fame, he got money, everything. If I follow him, I will also get like this. You know, because each one has his unique special ability. For example, eh, if there is nobody on the earth, you are only one person. You will you struggle for getting fame, name? No, because you're only person. What is the use of getting name, fame? Will you try to become billionaire or millionaire, earning so much money? No, or will you try for something, achieving big things that nobody have done before? No, because they are all doing for sake of others. That's why Krishna is saying, rather than imitating others' nature, you should do your own nature. In the Bhagavad Gita, the sloka which says that, you know, Swadhanam Janai Krishna, it says that it is far better than discharge one's prescribed duty, even though faulty, than another's duty doing perfectly. Distraction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duty, for to follow others' path is dangerous. Verse 3, chapter 3, verse 35 in the Bhagavad Gita. We see that, let me see what is that verse name. Chapter 3, 35th verse. Okay. Shreyan swadharmo viguna paradharmat swa anushtita swadharme nidinam shreyo paradharmo bhayamata. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duty, even though faulty, than others' duties perfectly. Distraction is in the course of performing one's own duties better than engaging in another's duties, for following others' path is dangerous. So one should therefore discharge his prescribed duties in full Krishna consciousness rather than those prescribed for others. Materially prescribed duties are duties enjoined in according to the one's physical condition, psychophysical condition. Under the spell of the modes of material nature, spiritual duties are ordered by the spiritual master for the transcendental service of Krishna. But whether material or spiritual, one should stick to his prescribed duties even up to death. Rather than imitating others' prescribed duties, duties on the spiritual platform, duties on the material platform may be different. But the principle of the following the authorized direction is always good for the performer. When one is under the spell of mode of material nature, one should follow the prescribed duty for this particular situation and should not imitate others. For example, a Brahmana who is in mode of goodness is non-violent, whereas Kshatriya who is in the mode of passion is allowed to be violent. As for the Kshatriya, it is better to vanquish following the rules of violence than to imitate a Brahmana who is following the principle of non-violence. Everyone has to cleanse his heart by gradual process, not by abruptly. However, when one is transcend the mode of material nature and fully situated in the Krishna consciousness, he can perform anything and everything under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master. In that complete stage of Krishna consciousness, the Kshatriya may act Brahmana or a Brahmana may act as Kshatriya. In this transcendental stage, the discrimination of the material world do not apply. For example, Vishwamitra was originally Kshatriya, but later on he acted as a Brahmana, whereas Parashurama was a Brahmana, but later on he acted as Kshatriya. Being transcendently situated, they could do so. But as long as one is on the material platform, he must perform his duties according to the modes of material nature. At the same time, he must have full sense of Krishna consciousness. So this is, elaborate thing that Krishna. That's why Bhagavad Gita study of Bhagavad Gita is very very essential. It gives you a basic and powerful knowledge for everyone to apply. So here coming to a point where Arjuna is trying to become a supreme lord, supreme controller, that he ultimately failed in his duties. So next we will see what will happen. So one has to understand his capacity and then act accordingly. Okay, it's 8:20 almost. Let's see any questions, comments. Okay, then Gandhra, you have something? Yes.
Okay, you were speaking about capacity. Thank you for your class. You were speaking about capacity. No one wants capacity. Okay, let's say a person is trying to do something and they're failing at it. Rather than give up, how can one increase their capacity?
Yeah, one thing one should understand that if he is continuously failing to do something, rather you should take help from others, concern others, ask spiritual master, guru, sadhu, shastra, then why I'm failing to do this, they will give an answer. They will give another option rather than putting time, money, and energy or consciousness in doing same thing which you are not able to do. That's why we have spiritual communities, devotees. It's not you're alone in this world, and you have devotees around you. You have people, devotees, sadhus, shastras, and you have to concern that. That's why counseling system is very necessary. Then you will definitely they will tell you that what to do. Then after hearing from them, you have to act accordingly. And if you are thinking, if you are, say suppose you have struggled for something, then you ask a devotees or a spiritual master, he will, or the devotee will say do this rather than doing this. Then after hearing from them, you have to follow their instructions. If you don't follow their instruction, rather than you put your own argument, rather than saying okay, no, like this it is should be like this, no, then they will stop giving you instructions. They will say that you do whatever you like. Just like rather than, when if somebody is given you do some task, if somebody is given you task or a feedback or whatever, rather than improving it, you are trying to prove yourself that I am best. That's where problem comes. Arjuna also same problem. Brahmana told even Sankarsana, Pradyumna, son of Krishna, they were not able to do it. Do you think you will do it? Still he didn't say that. No, I will do it. If I don't do it, I will enter the fire. That's a false thing. That if we are same thing, then spiritual master or devotees, then they give the instructions, do this. If you think that no, I will do it, then you you do it, but you will not be success. And when you are not, first time if you fail, the frustration comes. Second time, the same frustration double. Third time, the frustration. If you are filled up with frustration, then there is no hope to survive. No, what will happen? You whatever you are doing, basic thing that will also it is gone. The basic things that will also be gone. Okay. Is it clear? Right. Thank you so much. Kantraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go.